Man, the devil was busy, man. The devil was busy. I want to talk about 3 different things, how the devil was busy. This is going to blow you away. Man, we got a lot going on in the country. I'm not even talking about the coronavirus. I mean, most people seem like they didn't forgot about that with all the other stuff that's going on. We got so much racial tension in this country right now. Let me try to block that out. It's unreal, you know. I'm going to start with the latest and the most up-to-date thing that we got going on that everybody talking about, and that's the man in Milwaukee when the police had his knee on his neck and he ultimately died, right? I believe that happened in Milwaukee. Real quick, for the people that haven't seen this, police officers, I guess, obtained a man. I'm not quite sure what for, but, you know, at this point, that's not really what I want to get into. I want to get into the fact of what happened, man, you know, or what I've seen, or what the camera showed, or the picture showed with this situation right here. And I'm not a police hater. They know I respect people for who they are, not for the color of their skin. So this is not one of those videos where I'm gonna sit and bash this and that. You know, I believe, like I said again, this is a spiritual, and I believe the devil is busy with this, and I want to explain why. It's a lot of racial stuff going on both sides. You know, on both sides, you got this situation where the police, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion about this when I get done, where the policeman had his knee on the guy's neck for a length of time, trying to restrain him for whatever reason. You got people around him saying, "Okay, man, we understand, but let the guy up. He can't breathe." See the guy slowly just getting quiet and not saying too much as he was before, and he's saying he can't breathe. You got one officer trying to hold the crowd back. The crowd is kind of irate, you know, saying, "Hey, man, you can let your knee off his neck, and he can't breathe." And long story short, by the end of the video, they actually picked the guy up. The ambulance came because the police was on his neck from the time that the video started all the way until the paramedics came. He did not let his knee off his neck, right? Even when the paramedics came, police still had his knee on his neck, on the ground, right? I think that was a little too excessive. I wasn't there, but common sense tells me it was many different ways. Maybe they could have went about that. You know, I don't know if he had to have his knee on his neck for that long. He might have, the guy died, right? With that being said, I'm gonna jump to another situation that happened in Detroit, right next door to Milwaukee. You had a 20-year-old guy beating up an elderly man inside the retirement home on camera, just hitting him for no reason. I mean, just hitting him face. I mean, rocking him. You see this stuff, right? Black man beating up an elderly white guy, right? Then you had a situation which is a little lighter than all this. You had the white lady inside the park yesterday walking her dog or whatever, and the guy approached her about her having her dog on a leash, and the lady threw out a couple things, said, "I'm finna call the police," and say there's an African American man, or I'm paraphrasing, and you know, she used that to say that she was gonna call the police and threaten that an African American man was trying to get after her and all this other crazy stuff. It's the weirdest thing. It's not funny, but it was the weirdest thing, you know. So we got 3 different things, you know, when it comes to black and white. You have the white officers with the knee on the neck of the black man, right? I'm not even talking about the Arbery thing. I'm not even getting into that because I made a video about that already. I believe that was a little different than all this right here, but I think this is a part of it. You had the black man on the ground who died, the young black man, 20-year-old, who beat up the elderly white man inside the nursing home. Then you had the black man and a white woman arguing about, you know, or just going at it at the park, you know. And I believe with that situation with the park, I think they both was kind of like weird for that. In my personal opinion, he out trying to be public police to her. Maybe he had the right to say it, maybe he didn't. And she you know, went and talking about, you know, some uncalled for, you know, I'm finna to call, tell the police as a black man, you know, that was just goofy and stupid, right? My point is this: the devil is so actively busy that he's using, like he's always have, color to divide this country. You know what I'm saying? And I believe a lot of people is falling for that. Not everybody, but I believe a lot of us is falling for that. So now you got Black Lives Matter, you got people you got Black Panthers that's rising up, you got people talking about the white man, you got the white people talking about the black people, wherever. I ain't really hear too much about that, but I'm sure you got some white people who's upset in some parts of the country, and it's not goes for all black and all white. And this is my whole main point, my main thing about this that I want to say. It's not all about the color of our skin. You know what I'm saying? But the devil's using that. He's using that to make his entry ray to conquer and divide. Y'all can't see that? And I'll stand on this. You know, I still, with all them 3 different situations, separate, you know, situations that has nothing to do with white people against black people or black people against white people. You got evil people, you got good people, right? You have right, you got wrong. They come in white, they come in black, they come in brown, yellow, whatever ethnicity come. Is not just the color of your skin that defines if you're right or wrong. Because I know if you over the age of 10, you done been through something with someone at least one time of a different ethnicity, right? So, you know, I just want to make this video. I'm not trying to make people convinced and believe what I say. Like I always say, think for yourself. You feel a certain way, leave a comment and tell me how you feel about this. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like it was a racial thing? Do you feel like, you know, we in a racial revolution or that we're gonna come down? I want to talk about this. This is one of the main things about my channel, that is about dialogue, man. I don't care what color you are. I'm just telling you my opinion about this. And as a son of God, what I know about good and evil. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I think that police was wrong for putting his knee on the guy's neck? I think he was there for way too long than what he should have been. I believe, and I wasn't there. You know, I don't know the whole story yet, but from what I've seen, I believe it was maybe a couple different ways, if not a whole bunch of different ways that he could have went about that. You know, I believe so. I believe there's a lot of different ways he could have went about that than putting his knee on his neck for that long. I thought that was a little excessive. Going to the guy in Detroit. I don't even know why he was in the nursing home. He was 20 years old. He in the nursing home. I guess they say he was diagnosed with coronavirus, so I guess they quarantine people to go in nursing homes when you got the coronavirus, which that don't even make sense, right? I mean, why would you, if the coronavirus is killing people, old people, why would you put somebody in there in the nursing home? I don't know. The park thing, I believe that was just an ignorant lady. And I believe the man was way too much. I believe they both was Karens. To tell you the truth. You had a black Karen, you had a white Karen. I'm just keep it real with you. I believe he was just, you know, he policing, you know, you should have had your dog taking, you know, the offering the dog, the treats, and trying to make, I believe it just went too far. We are in a spiritual battle. I don't care if you believe in God or not. It's still a spiritual battle. You know what I mean? We are in a spiritual battle about good and evil, right and wrong. And anybody who know anything or call themselves a Christian know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't you think the devil is going to come and use color to throw you off, to make you hate even more? You will become what you hate. And I said this on another video before, you will become what you hate. So be careful on what you say you hate. You know what I'm saying? God says that we walk in love. We don't hate. That's what the devil do. And that's what the devil's doing. And just because I got the Team Jesus shirt on today, yeah, you know, that's what I'm talking about. It's about good and it's about evil. It's about right and it's about wrong. And it's always been about that since the beginning of time. We can go way back in history when different races and stuff and ethnicities, the Jews and the Palestinians and stuff fought against the Greek. And I mean, we can go all the way back. It's always been about the difference of a person or the color or that we've been tricked with for all this time. And I don't understand why people can't see that. You know, and I'm saying this, man, because, man, we are not going to solve nothing by going to war with people because of the color of their skin. You know what I mean? Black people, it ain't all white people. I mean, you can find devils in your own household and there ain't no color near white. A lot of them black. So that, you know, that can't even be like that. Some of them Mexican, some of them Asian. It's a spiritual thing. It's not the color. How can your color dictate anything anyway? Like I'll be hearing the white what's the word? There's white supremacy. You know, I made a video about this before. I mean, what is white supremacy? I don't feel like no white person is superior over me. I never felt, I wasn't raised like that, you know? So I don't look at stuff like that. Have I been treated badly by people that's unfortunately been the color of white? Yeah. Have I been called names by people that's unfortunately the color of me? Yeah. Or Mexican? Yep. Chinese? Yes. It don't matter what color it is, right? It's a spiritual fight. So please, man, it's just, who am I? I'm just my opinion amongst many. I'm just saying, come on, y'all. Let's make sure we fighting the right fight. Make sure we fighting the right fight. It ain't about flesh and blood. It's not about flesh and blood. It's about spiritual matter. The Bible say, and I'm paraphrasing. You can go in there and look at it yourself. And if you don't believe in the Bible, it still don't make it not true. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that I didn't believe in before that I come to realize is true. It always been true. Just because I didn't believe in it, that don't mean it ain't been true. If you feel a different way, please leave a comment, man. I just had to really, you know, jump on and really talk about this, man, because I see a pot getting brewed even more and more. I see a thing getting brewed up. I see people are becoming agitated and it's getting hot and we getting over the coronavirus. And come on, man. White people are not black people's enemies. Black people are not white people enemies, and so on and so forth. It's a spiritual fight, man. Just think about it. Go love somebody, man. If you see something wrong, let's do right, okay? If you like what I say, hit subscribe. Like I say, I'm gonna not just talk about political stuff and stuff like this. It's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna see from Get Around Vegas. We're gonna have some good times too. It ain't always gonna be on a downer type thing, you know what I mean? Get Around Vegas. Talk to you next video. Peace.